Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Good Mom Show, where we share real conversations, helpful tips, and inspiring stories about motherhood, family, and everyday life. It's real stories, real faith, and real impact. With none other than Miss Storm, Good Mom. How you doing, Miss Storm?
I am good.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you got me on your show as the first guest, and
Thank
I'm super
you.
excited. I gotta always have my WIC cue cards because if not, I'm gonna be all over the place. You know what I mean?
Right.
So with these cue cards, they kind of help me out a little bit. I see you got your cards
I
also. They look good.
do. Thank
Storm,
you.
good mom. So how's life? How's everything been going with you?
Oh, it's been going amazing to be honest. I try to make sure that I keep my health, my family together, my finances together, and just keep a positive
Awesome.
outlook on life.
Awesome. Let me ask you this now. Are there any siblings? Do you have any siblings? Any brothers or sisters? Where do you fall into play?
I have one sister.
Okay. One sister, so
Yeah.
it's you. What was that like with you and your sister? What was it like growing up in the house, with mom and pa being there at the house? What was that like? Two
Um,
sisters, then mother, then, girl, dad, all the above?
well, my mom, she worked a lot, and
Okay.
so it was just mostly me and her.
Okay.
And so we just found ways to do a lot of make believe.
Hmm.
We when I was a kid, I used to have my own talk show. The radio, my toes was the dials on the radio, and she would press this
Okay.
my big toe or my baby toe, and that was a different radio station.
Oh,
Believe it or
wow. Oh, wow.
not.
So we had 104.5, 97.9,
Yeah,
94.5.
each toe was a
Well, I mean,
different station, literally.
wow. Now, what did you grow up at? Did you grow up here in DFW
I
or
did, I
in the
did,
Metroplex? Oh,
I did.
awesome. So you've been here pretty much your whole life.
Pretty much, almost, yes,
Wow. Wow. Wow.
for the
It's
important years.
it's so much that I want to talk to you about today, and there's some questions I know you want me to ask you, so people will understand who Storm Good Mom is. And I won't keep you long, but I do want to kind of go into who you are and what you're doing and what you're becoming as a mother, as a lady, as a comedian, as a entrepreneur, all the above. Okay, so um, let's start with Storm Comedy, right? Comedy and entertainment. Um, Laugh, connect, and celebrate. Why comedy?
So, I've always made people laugh, but it
Hmm.
was it wasn't intentional. And
Okay.
so a couple months ago, my mom was like, "You missed your calling. You should have been a comedian." And so I this time I listened to her,
Hmm.
and I did my first show the early week of March, like the first week of March. And so on the 11th, we'll make 3 months.
Now, was your first show? No, I think Live Wix was your second show, if I'm not mistaken,
Correct.
right? So your first
Correct.
show you did it where?
At Big Laughs.
At Big Laugh
Hmm.
Experience, right? It was a pretty good experience. Big
It
Laugh is nice.
was.
Shout out to Big Laughs, man.
Yes.
They're doing some great things over there. Um, how does laughter heal you?
Well, naturally, it just helps your body biologically. Every time you laugh, you produce things that help you get well.
It's like 3 days on your life, right?
Right, right,
That's what's
right.
up. That's what's up. So, when you get on stage, I know you're becoming a little bit more comfortable every time you get on stage and you do your sets. I've had the fortune to be out and places where you have performed and seen you, and I've seen the growth in a short period of time. And just sitting back and thinking, what's going to make your style different from everybody else out there?
That is a wonderful question. So, I love the Lord first and foremost. And my main goal is to try to offer clean comedy.
Okay.
Comedy that if you're listening to it, your kids aren't picking up on too much bad language.
Okay.
I'm also very spiritual, and I want to be able to help heal people spiritually
Hmm.
so that when they leave, they feel a little enlightened and feel
Hmm.
better about themselves.
Hmm. Through laughter, music and comedy, I think it goes together. Music, comedy, sports. I think all those three things go together
They do.
in a healing process of a person's being. So, um, good, clean comedy. which is good, which
Right.
is much needed around here. Believe me, I know because I do a lot of comedy shows here at Live Weeks, and I hear a lot of sets, and um, I just understand what you're talking about when it comes to being clean. The good thing about it, we know where your strength come from. You've
Correct.
been spiritual. You've been, you're understanding that a Christ is ahead of your life and doing great things in your life. Um, when we think about storm comedy, your vision. What's your vision? You have this model. What is your vision with your comedy and being clean? You want to be clean. You want to be this and that. What's your vision?
My vision is for people to grow
People to
through
grow
laughter.
through laughter. Okay.
Correct. Where it just it's multifaceted, where you're going to laugh, but it's also going to make you reflect
Okay.
on your own behaviors and circumstances.
Okay. So it's going to also give you that inner uh, emotional intelligence.
Correct.
So which you'll be able through laughter and understanding how people get through things through laughter, and they might not, you know, respond this way or respond that way. But you think about a joke that you said, and hey, man, you know what? That joke, I remember you said this joke, and it just made me. I was at work one day, and something was said to me that was off the wall and crazy, but my reaction was from a joke that you told me that talked about emotional intelligence. So I was like, and my reaction was totally different than what I would have did in my, man,
Right. Right.
my other ways.
Correct.
So I understand. How can when you think about comedy, and what service do you provide for people in comedy? Is it just comedy shows you do? Is there some type of karaoke skit within your shows, or what all is provided with you if they decide they want to book you?
Okay, so I was just at karaoke last night, literally,
Mhm.
and sometimes every now and again I can hold a tune, okay? And they were saying you should drop the comedy and sing, so
Yeah,
I can sing too.
that's what's up.
Yes, I can sing, and I do have excellent business skills, so I can mentor as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, so I'm currently working on some books to teach business to children and as well as adults. So you can get whatever you need here.
So that's the comedy side of Stormy, everybody, or Storm, the good mom. So
Correct.
that's just a small integral side that you see of her right now. We're gonna get into it. We got a lot of questions for her. Let's talk about careers and comedy and the community. Uh, Storm careers. Um, when opportunities meet entertainment, why combine careers and entertainment? I know there's a lot of people out there, like, say, for example, you got Jamie Foxx, who does acting and he does singing, he does a lot of other stuff, comedy. You got Ursha, who does acting, who does music. You got Chris Brown, who does acting and music and so much other stuff. Why combine careers and entertainment? Which I see the big picture and why you said that. But
because
from your point,
it hasn't been done before on a global scale. It hasn't been. And one thing I've learned, I've done nursing, I've done real estate, and one thing I've learned is that your job is much easier when you're happy.
okay.
The day will shoot right past you when you're happy. And so if you can find a way to laugh and enjoy your job, that's always a good thing.
So with comedy and as those examples that I use, they are doing it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Or are they doing it? Why do it? Why do it? They are doing it, and I think it catapults them into the success that they have right now. So you think they should do it, right?
correct.
Okay. Um, and from them, I think who benefits from it is the person, then the fans, because it can be a therapy that a person's gift or talent brings to them and to their body or to their mind, their soul, which is a healing. So when you use the examples of, combining careers and entertainment, like the acting, like the music, like the comedy, it's all healing, not only for oneself, but also the fans that are out there, right?
Yes,
So I understand what you're saying when you say that, and who benefits from it. It solves a lot of problems.
it does.
So what's your point point of view when you say it solves problems, and what problems did it solve to you? What's your examples?
So comedy, it solves frustration.
Dang.
My
Okay.
sister, her slogan is "Laugh to keep from crying."
Okay.
And for instance, like let's just say you're mad enough to fight someone,
Okay.
and some people might laugh it right off,
Yeah.
that helps. And if I present you, like you said,
It's a diffuser.
yeah. So if I do a skit that's kind of relates to what you're going through at work,
Mhm.
then you may handle that work situation differently because you're like, oh yeah, she talked about that. I'm just gonna blow it off, you know.
um, Storm's career, comedy and community. Um, you say job fair.
hmm
What? How is this different from a job fair?
Well, my intentions was to host a comedy show / job fair
Okay.
where different comedians that are trying to make a name for themselves. Oftentimes job fairs can bring in hundreds and thousands of people, depending,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be beneficial where employers can come and look for the new hires that they need, and also the comedians that are out here that are trying to build a name for themselves might want to put in an application or gain some new followers.
Okay. So, from my understanding, just making sure I'm following you correctly, like there's a job fair that's present and people are out at that job fair. Are you saying set a time frame within that job fair to where people can, you know, relax and hear some comedy, maybe have and
Correct.
just have comedians who feel that they comedian like an open mic at at a job fair.
Yeah,
That's kind of different.
it
That's kind of
is.
different. I've
It
never
is.
seen that done before. Most job fairs, people get in, they on a mission. That's just to
They
find a
are.
job and get their name out there to these different companies to try to get hired on.
Right.
Uh, that's a little different. That's way different. Okay.
It might lighten the mood.
What is your vision
My vision is to just add a little brightness to America, just to put a smile on a few more faces,
with the
lighten the load a little bit through laughter.
okay? How can business join?
Oh, simple. Just being supportive, sharing my page, following on YouTube. It's Comedy by Storm TV. On Instagram, it's Comedy by Storm 7. So just
So,
following and sharing.
so if they're trying to reach out to you, those are basically your handles that they can reach out to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's dive a little deeper into your healing foundation, good mom healing foundation. We're talking about families, we're talking about communities, we're talking about restoring hope. Um, Now you're a
5.
mother of 5. Okay. Um, what inspired you to start the foundation?
Well, to be honest, I was a single mother my senior year of high school.
Okay.
And I also had a very challenging childhood with, a domestic violence experience and that, seeing it. And I also saw from an outside lens on what it looked like to be a healthy mom that didn't have to be exposed to so much. And so having all of the experiences and pain and suffering and going to therapy for many years and healing at the same time, I noticed that there are a lot of broken mothers out there that are working every day and feeding their children, and they don't even have time to address any of the wounds.
These are some of the things that inspired you. I'm gonna
Correct.
go back, and I want to, we believe. I'm a believer. We're all believers that are here in the room right
Right.
now. Um, you always say, "Who do you serve?" And we all, I think, we know where our strength comes from daily.
Correct.
The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Um, when you say, "Who do you serve?" Elaborate a little bit more on that. We knowing that it's God, it's the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Elaborate a little bit more on that for me.
So not only do I serve the Lord, I also serve the community. And my basis on how I serve is dependent on his word. So my strict rule is to do it unto God. Everything that I do for you, I'm doing it to get God's approval. I'm doing it as if he's the one I'm trying to impress. You will get my best
Okay.
because I'm aiming to please him because I want my good job well done. That's
Okay.
what I'm seeking for. That's my end game.
What with your Good Mom Healing Foundation, what makes your approach unique?
My approach is unique because I am intending on offering all of my services for free. Any knowledge that I have, I'm not charging for it.
Okay.
Most of anything that's inside of the Good Mom Healing Foundation is going to be free.
And this is what we're talking about: healing families, building communities, and restoring hope.
Correct.
And there, that's obviously that's an umbrella of so many other things that can A plus B plus C that could fall within the 1, 2, 3 that could fall within the healing families, building communities, restoring hope. Right.
Correct.
So give me a couple of examples of some of the things that are umbrella that's under the umbrella of that Good Mom Healing Foundation.
Okay, so the Good Mom Healing Foundation is a place where you can go and you can get materials to help you with various emotions. You can also receive courses that will help you establish and build your own business, managing your house, your family, your finances. It's also going to be like a support group so that if you need something done or you need just support and advice, you can find it at the foundation.
Awesome, awesome. And this is a long-term vision for yourself, right?
Correct.
Good, good, good. How can people support you? Is it going back to your handles and stuff like that, reaching out to you?
Correct.
Well, let
Correct.
the
And
people
yes.
know if you can. We got a guy here that's. You got a question? Number one. All right. How can people join your handles and stuff like that?
So on YouTube, it's Comedy by Storm. Simply subscribing and watching videos that helps. Sharing the videos. It's not all comedy. Some of it's inspirational, scripture based, faith based, like sermons, motivational quotes. On Instagram, you can find me on Storm Comedy 7, as well as Facebook is Storm Comedy 7 as well.
And there you have it. So, um, you got some good things going on right here. I see why you call it the Good Mom Show.
Right.
The Good Mom Show. You're letting people into your space, not only your space, but also your family space. With children and yourself, and you're providing for you and your family. This healing library. You talked about it once before with me, and this is one of the questions you wanted me to ask you on your show. Teaching children through stories.
Correct.
Creating children. Now, there's a lot of people out there that creates a lot of children books, that writes children books, coloring books, all types of books for the children, right? Why create children books?
Well, my children books are more on the educational business side because a lot of, especially African American children, when they graduate high school, if they do decide to run a business, they don't have the knowledge to make it scale, the knowledge to go past the 5 years when most businesses fail.
So you're thinking from like 0 to 12, right? 12th grade, like first to 12th
More
grade,
like
right?
age 4 to
Right.
11.
So teach them young. That's what I'm saying. Teach them young. So I said first grade to 12th grade.
Oh, okay, yes.
0, whatever it may be.
Yes.
So that's what I'm thinking. So
Yeah.
throughout life, you're really and truly trying to show them the ropes of what business is like at a very, very early age. So they can embed that in their hearts, right?
Correct. And the activities that are inside of the books is for mother-child interaction, because if the mother decides, okay, I'm teaching these principles, they'll also be able to apply those principles and be successful themselves. It's a win-win.
Okay. What are some of the topics? I know we said the Good Mom show, and I know it's behind every good mom, obviously there's a good dad that actually brought you up, right?
Right.
So, um, what are some of these topics that maybe your father uh, s- taught you or gave you insight about coming up as a young lady and becoming a good mom?
My father played a big role. He was all about being educated
Hmm.
and taking your education seriously. He didn't play about my books. B's were not acceptable. He always wanted A's. And believe it or not, I'm the first one in my family to graduate high school and
Wow,
college.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm the
So,
first one
yeah,
also.
yeah,
Yeah, congratulations.
congratulations.
Yes, ma'am. So topics. What kind of topics did he cover?
My dad.
Yeah, what kind of
Oh,
subjects or topics he talked to you?
so growing up was really difficult. I had a lot of headaches because a lot of the topics and conversations were not really age appropriate because I didn't. He taught me the stock market at like 7,
Mm.
and I was grasping, but I was. It was like information overload because
Mm.
he was the true first millionaire of the family. He was a Republican, and he taught me everything he knew about wealth.
Okay. So it definitely was an overload being 7, 8 years talking about bearish and bullish type things and all this
Correct.
above. So you think about um, stocks and stuff like that. Those are just simple terms that they utilize. Why are libraries so important to you? Because nowadays, think about it. Everybody Googles this and Google or chat this, chat that, or Gemini this, Gemini, or Manus this and Manus that. All this AI stuff that's going on, they don't really think that they need to go to the library. So, why are libraries important to you?
Well, it's mainly to push reading. Someone, I can't remember their name, told me that eventually it, women are going to be the last people that are going to actually be reading
Mm,
books, physical
mm,
books.
mm.
And so I would like to keep books and reading alive as long as possible.
Okay, I'm a reader, so I do read. I think this last one I just read it was a couple months back, like Who Moved My Cheese.
Oh, yeah, I
That
love
was a pretty good read, man. I read it and I read the whole thing. It was like 89, 90 pages, like an hour and 15, hour and a half to read the book, but it was actually pretty doggone nice little read and very informative on, you know, how to react to situations. Um, how do your books help parents?
that. The books help parents because it allows them to spend quality time with their children.
Okay.
And that's important to understand how your child thinks, promotes speaking, promotes literacy, and the bonding time.
Okay. I think it does. When you say it does help parents, it actually slows them down.
Correct.
So I
Correct.
understand where you come with that. It slows them down and allow them to reset their whole day and spend quality time that's needed. And a lot of
Much
that
needed.
quality time has been missed because of what's going on in the world today in the economy, where you got to work to even earn a decent wage to be able to pay for bills and all this type of stuff. So the books are good, and it slows them down. When we went through COVID slowed everybody down, and then a lot of people realized that life is really not that hard to live, and it don't take that much to live. And I think we as parents, people as parents, they put a lot on their shoulders,
They do.
especially, and it's the lifestyle that they put in their own self. You got to have it. You got to really have all these bills that you put on yourself,
No.
but you're doing it to yourself. So, good thing, man, that they allows them to slow down and interact with the child a little bit more, other than having work on their mind. Um, what is your publishing vision?
So there's a lot of people that have books. I know them personally, and they've never published them. And they wrote it 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. And I don't know if it's a fear thing, but they need that push. However, publishing is very, very expensive. very, very expensive.
Okay.
And so with AI and other tools that I've put together, I've made publishing very cheap and competitive pricing.
Okay. Okay. How can you partner with schools, or how can schools partner with you?
Simply by reaching out. I offer schools and libraries discounts on
Mhm.
all of my materials and refunds as well. A lot of libraries don't like to are kind of cautious because you don't want to have something sitting on the shelf too long, or you know, and so I do offer refunds. You know, if they decide that they no longer want or need the material. My books are in series, which is a good thing
Okay.
because it's easier to keep on the shelf in the series.
Okay. So it's places you can go and actually purchase your books.
Correct.
Okay. So when you say library, as far as going into libraries, is there some type of, is there an hour or days that you're there that you allow children or students or people to come out and sit with you or sit within the presence of your library, the class in the library or the area in which you're sitting in the library?
That is on the way.
Okay, so we're
Yes.
working on that.
Yes.
Okay,
Might do
okay.
it here.
You're in live weeks, y'all.
Yes.
Hey, we open for all business. We're
Right.
trying to make things happen, but it's got to be positive.
Right.
Got to be for the community. It's got to be very, very educational. Um, Global Proxy, your trusted partner in America. Good Mom, Global Proxy. What is Global Proxy?
So it's Good Mom Global Proxy, and I am very good at starting up businesses, LLCs, nonprofits, corporations.
Okay.
And so my desire was to move businesses overseas to the United States. Oftentimes you hear businesses leaving the United States and going overseas to help with overhead and labor, right?
Okay.
So my desire is to help promote citizenship and move more businesses to the United States so that it helps us grow as a community.
Okay. So you just kind of like the reverse little thing.
Correct.
So why help international entrepreneurs? Why?
Why? Because if we help them, they help us.
Hmm. Hmm. And you're thinking on this. You believe that um, this could work.
I do. I do.
Okay.
Because they are coming already. I just want to help make it easier.
Okay. What challenges do they face?
Language barriers, education, the knowledge that it takes to know what laws have to be followed, the protocol, and having me as a partner makes it easier for you to build that LLC and fill out the paperwork and know the process and having the address and different things like that.
Okay. Um, when you think about proxy in your model and what you got going on, or what does proxy mean in your model?
It just means really just to put together, just to make it all make sense where it benefits everybody.
So we all win.
We all
It's a
win.
win-win.
Yeah, yes. No one benefits more than the other. Both parties walk away feeling like they got more than what they needed.
Okay. Who is your ideal client for something like this? Or
Oh,
should we say business ideal client or business or something like that?
honestly, it's very, very. It's not. It's really easy to say anyone really that has a dream to grow, that has a dream or a passion that they want to go from hobby to business, or you have a business and now you want to go to a different state and you want to go to a different country.
Okay. And your long-term vision? What is the long-term vision for this?
My long-term vision is to have partnerships globally, from Africa to Europe, China. That's the vision, to see more United States citizens have businesses that are in China while they're operating here
Okay.
as the home.
We talk about things like this in our chamber meetings. We talk about global communication. Talk about global business. We talk about all the aboves, and we talk about AI. We talk about um, it's so buying businesses. It's so much stuff that we talk about, and these are some of the things a lot of people miss because they're not in the same space. So you want to provide a space to where people can come out, or they can come to your platform, or they can go to your website or your social media handles and see what topic of discussion you may be speaking on for that show day or for that show on that day, right?
Correct.
So tell the people once again, we've come to an end. I want you to tell the people once again how they can reach out to you, how they can connect with you, and learn more about your real stories and real faith and the real impact that you're bringing to not only to the community, but to the book, to the Instagram, to social media, to all the above. So take a minute and explain that right there.
Okay, so on YouTube, you can find me under Comedy by Storm TV. On Facebook, Storm Comedy 7. On Instagram, Storm Comedy 7 as well. Right, okay. And TikTok.
It's on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok too, Storm Comedy 7.
Follow y'all. Make sure y'all follow her now. She's sitting there talking all that noise, but she's very, very funny. She's very, very funny. So don't let her fool you with this good mom stuff.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes she act like a cornbread ain't done, but hey, she got the good mom. She got this comedy stuff down packed too. Great stories, great storylines that she tells. So that about wraps this show up. Any questions you may have, make sure you reach out and you follow, you hit like, you hit subscribe on that button below. Follow Storm Good Mom, the comedian. Make sure you get ready to follow the show. It's going to be some great informative information for all and everybody, starting from your kids. They'll be 1 year old reciting the book that because that's what she's trying to embed in the hearts of these children as they grow and become productive citizens in their life. All right. Until next time, I'm Sharwick Reed.
I'm Storm Good Mom.
Hey, y'all have a great evening.